Malaysian police are investigating the suspicious death of Kim Jong Nam, the half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong Un. Nam died last week at Kuala Lumpur airport after claiming he had been sprayed with a mysterious and painful liquid. Now police have at least 4 suspects in custody, and they're on the hunt for several more. Let's bring in Michael Auslin, an expert in Asian studies at the American Enterprise Institute and the author of The End of the Asian Century. Michael, thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the investigation. I want to go straight into why and also the timing of this. And I think people may be confused as to why he was getting protection from China and how that all plays in.
Well, it goes back to the transition between Kim Jong-il, the former dictator, and Kim Jong-un, the new ruler and dictator of North Korea. You know, he had 2 other brothers who could have gone to the top, who could have succeeded Kim Jong-il. And so the fears, of course, were that there was going to be a power battle among them. When Kim Jong-un succeeded, his other brothers dropped basically out of sight. And Kim Jong Nam, who apparently didn't want anything to do with being succeeded or succeeding his father, was protected by the Chinese. And I think what that did for Kim Jong-un was always make it the possibility that he could be brought in as an alternative power center. And so he's been waiting for the moment to strike, and he got it recently. I
mean, the second that he had the opportunity. So, but it seems as if it was fairly well thought out. This was an. Would you agree with that as far as the investigation is concerned?
It certainly appears to be.
Now, as far as what people can tell, the autopsy, as you mentioned, they had done one, and they're doing a second one. So what do we know right now?
Well, we know very little. What's clear is that they spent, as you put it, Elizabeth, they've spent a ton of time planning this and waiting for the moment when they could put it into play. They obviously have developed the North Koreans, right? They've developed a poison. They were tracking his movements. They had people ready to go that they could insert into a third country, Malaysia. So this is something that anyone who might be perceived as a potential opponent of Kim Jong-un has to be looking over their shoulders all the time.
We have 4 people who they have in custody. No charges yet. You suspect that there'll be more because this seems like a very well thought out plot. I want to talk, if we have time, about the fallout. What does this mean? You know, I understand that North Korea wants his body back. Malaysia's not obviously giving that because they still have another autopsy. But the fallout from this could be huge.
Well, I think the fallout comes in at least 2 areas. First is with the United States because of what it says about Kim Jong-un's reliability in any way that we could have a diplomatic dialogue with him. You know, if you're going off and assassinating, and it's members of your own family, but if you're assassinating them in third world countries, this is a regime that is showing it is incredibly dangerous.
It's brazen, right?
It's beyond brazen. I mean, it violates all sorts of international laws, obviously, but it shows that this is a regime that is ruthless in a way that we're really not used to dealing with. Second, I would say, is the impact on China, right? China has seen its impact, has seen its influence reduced. It doesn't really feel it has control over Kim Jong-un. He's getting better at nuclear and ballistic missiles. This is going to be something that Beijing eventually is going to have to decide how far do we let it go.
All right, Michael Auslin, thank you so much. Really an unbelievable story. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.